Calaroga Shark Media.
Hey there, I'm Johnny Mac, poolside with your daily comedy news. My life advice to everyone is when you get a nice day, take it. So we are outside today. Shane Gillis sold 76,212 tickets for his show at Lincoln Financial Field. Let's just stop for a second because you can easily glaze over that number. 76,212 tickets. Football stadium. We're not talking about Madison Square Garden anymore, which used to be like the gold standard. Football stadium. 76,212 tickets. Take that number in. 76,000 people at a comedy show. Shane Gillis, who was canceled and not on Saturday Night Live. Remember that? With 76,212 tickets sold, Shane Gillis broke the Guinness World Record for most tickets sold for a comedy show by a solo comedian. The previous record, Mario Barth, performed for 67,733 people at the Olympia Stadion in Berlin in 2008. Who's Mario Barth? I don't know either, but we have Google. Wikipedia tells us Mario Wolfgang Barth is a German comedian who mainly deals with the interactions between men and women. In 2004, Barth published a dictionary for men to understand women. He sold 2 million of them. The dictionary was also sold internationally in various countries such as South Korea, the Netherlands, the Czech Republic, Japan, and Poland. In 2008, he established the new world record in the category, quote, live comedy with the largest audience. He broke the previous record of 15,900 comedy visitors by Chris Rock at a show in London. Do you want to hear a clip? Well, I have good news for you. Mario Barth's channel has posted a comedy clip of him translated by the YouTube AI. So judge this one on a curve. Here's Mario Barth.
And above all, hey, let's be honest. Let's be completely honest. These permanent construction sites, we men love them. We love construction sites. We stop and don't understand women. But we men stop at construction sites, even if there's a sign somewhere saying it's freshly painted. You hear the sign saying to you, well, do you believe me? Women just keep going, but you as a man, you want to keep saying, no, I don't think I know, I don't know. And you have to go there, and the fact is, you're right. We love construction sites, we stop. We touch things too. Men can't see with their eyes. We have to touch things.
In case you're curious, Naomi Watanabe holds the record for most tickets sold for a comedy show by a solo female comedian. The Japanese comic sold 44,356 tickets for her set at the Tokyo Dome in 2026. At Lincoln Financial Field, home of the Philadelphia Eagles. Former Eagles center Jason Kelce, his sister-in-law is Taylor Swift. Jason Kelce came out and led the packed stadium in an EAGLES chant. Kelce then brought out Philadelphia rapper Meek Mill. Other performers at the show included Big J. Oakerson and Dave Chappelle. The show took place under all that smog. If you were in the Northeast last week, we had the smoke from the Canadian fires. A Code Purple designation meant that the air was considered unhealthy for everyone, not just those with respiratory conditions. Some local attractions and community events were canceled because of the smoke, but Shane Gillis' show did go on. Some people didn't think it was the most diverse show in terms of crowd. Shane Gillis was joined on stage by Dave Chappelle. Shane attacked that notion dead on and slipped into his Trump impression. The audio's not great here, and I made a minor edit for language, but let's listen.
What's going on there? What are you doing? I say, Mr. President, can I please have the Air Force? Is it a gathering of whites? I'm gonna say, sir, it's the largest gathering of whites in the history of Philadelphia. Well, then we love it. We're gonna send you the Mustang, the Air Force, the guys who bombed Japan. How about that? They bombed Japan. Unbelievable how they bombed Japan. And we used the N-word. We used nuclear. It's one of his best quotes.
I call it the N-word.
It was on 60 Minutes. It's like, yo, he's about to say the N-word on 60 Minutes. It's like, you know, the N-word's going around lately. You know, chill.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's like,
that'd be a tough one to defend, though. I can defend most of them. If he hit the N-word on 60 Minutes, I'd be like, I've been defending you for a while. That'd be a tough one.
But I'm trying to figure out is how do you promote a show in Philadelphia and no black people hear about it?
Hey, yeah, you know what's funny? I was like, there's one black person, it's Tiffany Haddish. Shout out, Tiffany.
I was sitting in the back with Tiffany Haddish and Meek Mill, like, well, we got each other.
On Netflix today, it is the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor at the now renamed Kennedy Center. This year's winner was Bill Maher. You can put on Netflix tonight and watch Bill Maher with his friends Louis C.K., Whitney Cummings, Jay Leno, borderline impressionist Matt Friend, Woody Harrelson, John Mellencamp, and Stephen A. Smith, the greats of comedy. There is a trailer. In this trailer, you will hear from Woody, Whitney, Jay Leno, Matt Friend doing Trump, Louis C.K., some edits for language, and I did omit Stephen A. Smith, I think for language. I pulled this clip 3 days ago. I can't remember, but I left myself a note here to address that I did take Stephen A. Smith out of the clip.
Finally, an award from my dear friend. Tonight, we're here to honor Bill Maher with the Mark Twain Prize.
Becoming a political comedian is like becoming a surgeon and choosing colorectal.
Bill and I used to talk about that all the time. I said, reach out to the other side. Try and see if you can bring people more in. He did. And now both sides hate him.
We love Mark Twain. He's a great American. He sailed the Mississippi, which used to be called the Mississippi before the crazy Democrats made a transition. These are sick people.
He doesn't like kids, and he smokes a lot of pot, and he thinks God's stupid.
Show business awards are just the opinion of who? Sometimes we don't even know. Usually just some very small group of people who are harboring God knows what kind of taste or agenda. Having said that, thank you so much for this one.
Bill Maher was on NPR's Newsmakers podcast. He defended Louis C.K. You may recall Louis C.K. got in some trouble years ago. Bill Maher said anyone who's still mad at that has no concept of appropriate punishment. People just want to believe what they want to believe. So when the jury comes out on the side you like, oh, perfect, the jury spoke. But when they don't, it's like, oh, no, screw that, forget it. I don't care about the police investigations. I don't care about the exonerations. Either the law means something or not, and not every punishment should be forever. Bill Maher was asked, by having Louis C.K. at the unrenamed Kennedy Center, was he just inviting a friend, or was it some sort of statement? Bill Maher said, it's already been told to the world. Do we have to just dwell on this forever? People get like 2 years for rape. The weird sort of no rules for how we meet our punishment in this country for offenders is pretty weird. Chloe Fineman has left Saturday Night Live after 7 seasons. This is the first publicly confirmed cast update going into season 52. On Instagram, Chloe Fineman wrote, it's really hard to leave SNL, but it does feel like the right time. I'm going to miss it a lot. But the people who work there are my family, and that place is my home, and I know I'll never be too far away. I just got a text from my daughter. She's at the beach. She, too, understands when you get a nice, beautiful day, enjoy it. So I'm planning on taking a nap in the sun after I record here. I digress. This is more of Chloe's statement. Every day I was lucky enough to be surrounded by the best people in the business, and I was constantly amazed watching them work. I'm definitely not the first to make this observation, but it really is funny looking back at it all now, because at the show you get so invested in everything you work on, you sob uncontrollably when your sketch isn't picked. You storm into a producer's office, telling them they just made the biggest mistake of their lives. You call everyone you know to complain, and then you look back a few years later, and it was a sketch called Lipstick for Thick Dogs. That's funny. Apparently, the reason she is leaving is to star in the Netflix adaptation of Harlan Coben's Myron Bolitar. With Fineman off the lineup, Sarah Sherman is currently the solo female main cast member. It is assumed Ashley Padilla and Jane Wickline will be promoted to main cast. Perhaps Veronica Slowakowska also makes it. She's a featured player. Ask Lauren Michaels. Now, nothing is easy. Page 6 had to throw some shade. An insider tells Page 6, Chloe could rub people the wrong way at times. She got along really well with some cast members, but not everyone clicked with her. Some cast members felt like she expected people to accommodate her and assumed everyone would adjust to her schedule and preferences. The insider added, it wasn't some huge feud or anything like that. A second source close to the show told Page 6, there's no truth to this. Christina P. She has split up with husband Tom Segura. She went on social media and wrote, thank you for all the kind messages. This is a really difficult time for our family. Episodes of YMH are pre-recorded in advance, hence no mention of recent events. Just know your mommy loves you and we'll see you very soon. Did you watch the World Cup? I think everybody did. Spain won. Spoilers. Trevor Noah said, amazing game, crazy game, red card, good goal, fantastic. But everyone's going to ask, what would have happened if Argentina had 11 men on the field? I guess we'll never know. Kevin Hart was out and about at the World Cup. He showed up at the Pitchside Club to perform celebrity karaoke. He sang Michael Jackson's The Way You Make Me Feel. He called the World Cup breathtaking. It's all or nothing. And there's so much riding on these games for these countries because there's a lot of not just fanfare, but a lot of meaning and integrity. There's so much that goes into it. Stephen Colbert was on social media for the first time since hanging up The Late Show. Remember there used to be a thing called The Late Show and Stephen Colbert hosted it and like nobody seems to miss it. Stephen Colbert posted, "Happy 7th birthday, Benny." Benny is a dark brown Boykin Spaniel, and apparently it was Benny's birthday. I like recording outside with the cicadas and whatnot. It's fun. The Montreal Comedy Festival is underway. Let's see what's happening tonight. The big show tonight is an evening with David Letterman and special guest Will Arnett. There's a pretty good lineup as we get into the festival proper now. Brit-ish at 7 o'clock, Nasty Show at 7, Bamford at 7, some French new faces at 8, Martin Amini at 9:30, and the Culture Show at 9:30. They did announce the cast of new faces. I'll cover that in tomorrow's show. If you need something to watch today, of course, you can watch Bill Maher. There's also Willie Max, Good Dad, Bad Father. That's on the 800-Pound Gorilla channel. Kyle Gordon will have a new album, and Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter, will narrate it. Yeah, what's this about? Kyle Gordon's third album, Kyle Gordon is Everywhere, will feature narration by Daniel Radcliffe. The album will be out October 2nd. It features Daniel Radcliffe performing a David Attenborough-esque narration during the album's interludes. The album's first single, Mr. Jambo, is out now through the persona of a prototypical cringy American tourist named Barry Bergen. The song satirizes Paul Simon's Graceland. There's an accompanying music video filmed in South Africa.
Hey there, Mr. Jumbo, out there in the African sun. Do you ever get tired? Hey there, Mr. Jumbo, will you share with me the jambalaya living in your soul? And then he told me, well, I couldn't speak his language, I couldn't even understand a word, but I knew his meaning was what I decided I had heard. He said, the love you seek is in the valley of the soul.
Boy, this is elaborate. Again, this album is called Kyle Gordon is Everywhere. His first album, Kyle Gordon is Great, features 2000s country music and pop-punk emo parodies. His second album, Kyle Gordon is Wonderful, satirizes folk pop and British rap. This album pokes fun at a dozen genres, including indie sleaze pop, Disney Channel-era tween bops, and late 90s minivan rock. In a statement, Kyle Gordon said, "With Kyle Gordon is Everywhere, I feel like I've achieved my goal of creating a comprehensive, cohesive comedy album that is enjoyable as a whole piece, but also a collection of very fun, funny, and catchy pop songs. I also feel as though I finally found that perfect balance. The songs are funny without sacrificing the songwriting. Essentially, there are a bunch of great pop songs that are also funny." And that is your comedy news for today. Have an awesome day.